Let's discuss backup from Nimble Replicated Copies. In Veeam Backup and Replication, you can leverage replicated backup data and greatly reduce the impact on the production storage backup operations. During backup, the reading of VM data is performed on the secondary storage array, and the primary storage array is not affected. Combined with Veeam Explorer for storage snapshots, you can simplify and dramatically accelerate the Nimble restore procedure while completely eliminating the need to perform manual snapshot mounts. In the following demonstration, we will focus on the Nimble array.
First, let's take a look in our storage infrastructure and see that our HP Nimble is in fact out here. Okay, now let's go up to Home. And one of the things we want to talk about, actually two things collectively, we want to talk about doing a backup to replicated copies as well as moving that to secondary storage. And we're going to do both of those kind of at the same time in this demo. So let's take a look at a job that I have configured out here. And we'll click on Edit. And I've just named it Backup to Replicated Copies. And now we'll do Next. And here is the domain controller that we've selected as a virtual machine. If we click Add, obviously we can add additional things. And you'll notice that this looks very similar to the vSphere interface. Okay, we'll cancel this and do Next. Now, looking for our storage, by default, this is going to drop it into just a backup repository that's there, which is fine. I'm also going to leave the restore points at 14, but ticking this box right here, configure secondary destination for this job. That gives us the ability to move this to a secondary location, which is what we want to accomplish. Also, if we click Advanced to make sure that we're going to function correctly using these snapped products, click on Integration, and the checkbox next to Enable Backup from Storage Snapshots should be checked. Now, by default, when we create a new job, this is already checked, but I just wanted to verify and show you where it was. We also have the ability to click this box. It says Limited Process VM Count per Storage, which means if we have a LUN that, say, has 300 VMs in it, we don't want to wait for this thing to snap 300 VMs. We want to the process moving, so we may want to change this to 10 or 20, and it'll split that up as it needs to according to the VM count. We can also tick this box for failover to standard backup should something fail in the process, as well as failover to primary storage snapshots. Those can also be checked as well. I'll tell it OK. Now we'll go Next, and here is our integration point for moving things to replicated copies, which is what I've selected right here. We can also move it right over to snapshots, but this is for the replicated copies piece. If we click this and then do Edit, it shows you that we use this as a data source by ticking this box. Okay, this takes all that load off the storage in the production environment off of the storage by ticking this box. I also left the number of snapshots at 14. That is default. We can change that to whatever we choose to. I'll do a cancel. And then Next. We're not going to select the Enable Application Aware Processing or Enable Guest File Indexing. We'll do Next. I've just got a tick box here for Run the Job Automatically, and I've got a rough schedule on here. It's going to kick off at 10 o'clock at night. We can do the number of failed retries. We can terminate the job if it exceeds. All those functions can still be set up in this job like all the others. I'll do an Apply. And I don't want this to run. If I did, I'd tick this box and it'd run right after we finished it, and I'd do Finish. Okay, so we've gone through and set up doing our backup to a secondary location, as well as backing up from replicated copies that, again, are off of a Nimble, out of the production environment. This particular demonstration, again, focused specifically on Nimble, and there are other demonstrations for other vendors' products underneath the Learn tab on Veeam.com. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration.